you still looking for people to enroll in this study?
We are. So, for the study, we're looking for people to enroll who are within 7 days of a Lone Star tick bite. And they can achieve that by contacting us through our tick center here at Martha's Vineyard Hospital, and we can see if they meet the eligibility criteria.
And what could a study participant expect to go through? Is it blood work? Is it trials? Is it food logs? What does a study participant
So
expect?
yeah, for this particular study, there'll be a couple touch points that hopefully it's not too much for folks, where they will have blood work done and they'll also be followed about their symptoms. So that's really the bulk of it to see how they respond at different phases after their tick bite. And hopefully it'll answer some good questions for us.
And how many people do you have now approximately, and how many more are you looking to get?
So we need a total about 300 participants, and we have, I think we're approaching five at the moment.
Okay, so
We
you
just
still
opened
need,
the study like last week, so we're
got it.
actively
So you still
recruiting.
need a lot more.
Yeah, we still need a lot more.
Okay. And can you tell us, like, I don't know, do you live, I know you're new to the hospital or in leadership there. Have you lived on island for a while? Are you
Yeah,
familiar with the residents and what they're going through and kind of
yeah.
the uptick?
I am. So I have actually worked in leadership here at the hospital prior to taking the president role for 7 years as the COO and CNO. I've lived here on the island for all of that time. And prior to that, I worked at Mass General Hospital in leadership there as well.
So can you tell me just through your own kind of living on island and real life experience, what have you seen, talking to friends, neighbors about kind of the growth in the illness and how the restaurants have been pivoting and all that?
Yeah, so I would say that I'm hearing a lot of positivity from the community, how the hospital is really stepping up to understand alpha-gal syndrome a little bit better and open up access to our tick clinic for folks who have questions and worries. But that's really what I'm seeing, a lot of concern. And it started last fall. People were watching the numbers. They told us as we did a community health needs assessment that this is something that they're really worried about. And I just say, this is why we are here, to help address public health concerns as they come up. And all sort of the different agencies on the island have got together and to really think through what the best approach would be, which is multi-pronged. And then I feel really lucky. I have a great partner in Dr. Jacob Lemieux at Mass General, who's a tick researcher and helped us really pull together two great research projects to do here on the island.
And is this getting any federal funding or is this all just MGH?
Not yet, but right now this is all being funded by generous donors here from the island.
Okay. And do you envision a lot of people wanting to step up and take part in this, kind of to maybe close the loop? Do you feel like, I guess the question would be, do you feel like you might be struggling to fill the volunteers, or do you think once this is well known,
I
people just
think once it's well known, I think we had to get the word out. And for some people, it may not be something due to their lifestyle, their job, that they can keep up with the appointments and coming back. And like I said, we're trying to reduce any burden that we can. But I'm hearing a lot of excitement. Actually, some people are like, oh, I'm not eligible. I wish I was because I want to help find answers.
and I know they say prevention is the number one key. Is there kind of an efforting, a campaign, at least with the hospital or public health officials, about the prevention step in this?
I think that's such an important point, Chris. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the vineyard outdoors, the beaches, the dunes, everything that comes with the vineyard. And we are putting out a lot of word, partnering with public health about how to protect yourself, how to be prepared. So yes, I agree. That's a big part of the equation.
And are you seeing like, and I kind of know I asked this earlier, but just kind of your own experience of seeing the menus change on island or people's lifestyle change, and like, can you speak to that?
Yeah, for sure. I can bring it right home to the hospital where we've had to change the cafeteria menu. We have special diet restrictions for our inpatients who need to have alpha-gal friendly meals, to local restaurants, to everywhere really, leaning in. We've even had some experiences of employees that have to take different roles because they can't be around meat cooking or being cut. I mean, it's pretty, the lifestyle adjustments are real.
Great. Is there anything I missed that you want to add?
No, I think it's important to know, Chris, and I think people know this, we're doing two studies. The first one is really to follow patients along the natural course of the disease and alpha-gal syndrome from the start of the tick bite to figure out who's going to get it, who's not, who's more likely to, and that it's a really complex allergy. A lot of the questions we get is, will I be allergic to dairy? Is it just red meat? A lot of those answers aren't known yet. So I'm excited that this first study will help us answer those questions. And then secondly, sometime in the very near future, probably early September, we're going to do a prevalence study, which is understanding at a given point in time how many people on the island have the antibodies, and then comparing that to Nantucket and then Boston. So for that part of the project in particular, for both parts, I'm just really grateful to be part of the greater Mass General Brigham system because they have all that research infrastructure and we can work together to answer scientific questions.
And right now, there's really no treatment per se. It's right, kind of avoidance of the irritants, be
Yeah,
it food
yeah.
or whatever.
Avoidance of the allergen. Most people have to carry EpiPens. And then the biggest thing is protecting yourself and not getting rebit by a tick. So yeah,
Yeah, and can you describe what happens when someone has a reaction? Is it kind of like anaphylaxis where they're
it can be a whole range of, the severity of the allergic reaction from GI upset to full anaphylactic shock. And in that spectrum, technically, to be anaphylaxis, you need to have two symptoms. And the thing that's really unique about alpha-gal syndrome is there's typically a delay. So the person has a cheeseburger, and then it's 4 to 6 hours later that they're feeling these symptoms. So if it's GI, people don't always put that together, that might have been from a tick bite. But I think here on Martha's Vineyard, our team is really getting good at recognizing that because we have lots of Lone Star ticks and we're seeing a lot of patients. We're actually getting good at assessing when people might have alpha-gal syndrome.